Good evening and welcome to the Township Committee meeting of April 10th, 2018. Ms. Bork, please call the roll.
Committee Member Schetz. Here. Committeeman Delcor.
Here.
Committeeman Sirachi.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Thompson.
Here.
Mayor McCauley. Administrator Ferreira.
Here.
Attorney Willard.
Here. Please join me in the salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be advised that in accordance with Section 5 of the Open Publics Meeting Act, Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, that notice of this meeting was made by the posting on the bulletin board at the Hillsborough Township Municipal Complex and notifying the officially designated newspapers that this meeting would take place at the Hillsborough Township Municipal Complex at 7:30 p.m. on April 10th, 2018. First up is reports from committee liaisons and receipt of reports, petitions, and communications. And Committeeman Burchett.
Okay, from the Finance Department, as a result of our diligent township employees, the Central Jersey Joint Insurance Fund has recognized Hillsborough as an exceptional in their commitment to safety and workplace for 2017. And the township has been awarded $5,000 to be used to promote safety in 2018. In the first 3 months of 2018, there have been no lost time work injuries to any township employees. This is a great accomplishment. Thank you to all the municipal employees for their continued commitment to providing a safe work environment. From the Police Department, with the anticipated arrival of spring weather, motorists should be prepared to encounter an increase in pedestrian and bicycle traffic on our roadways. Motorists must stop for pedestrians in the crosswalks. Pedestrians must use crosswalks to cross the street and should always walk facing traffic. Bicyclists should wear bright colored clothing, must use lights if riding during hours of darkness. Pedestrian and bicycle safety is a shared responsibility. Police Department has received a pedestrian safety grant and will be conducting enforcement and educational patrols targeting pedestrian and bicycle violations. Additionally, in New Jersey, anybody under 17 of age that rides a bicycle or is a passenger on a bicycle or is towed as a passenger on a bicycle must wear a safety helmet. And as of August 1st, 1998, this helmet law has also been extended to roller skates, inline skates, and skateboards. Okay, road closures. Continuing again this weekend at approximately 9 p.m. on Friday, April 13th, through the weekend, there will be nightly construction on Route 206 between Mountain View and Old Somerville Road. Nightly construction will continue until about 7 a.m. in the morning. During this time, motorists should expect traffic pattern changes and possible delays. From the Economic Business Development Commission, they will host an evening networking event at the Landing on Thursday, April 19th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Previous HBA events have sold out, so don't miss this one. The price of admission is $15. It includes appetizers, a food station that's being served buffet style. A cash bar will be available. To register, go to hillsboroughbusiness.org. Thank you.
Thank you. Committeeman Delcor.
Thank you. So spring apparently is here. This will be over the next couple of days, it sounds like. From the Health Department, just as a advisement, during the season we do get lots of Health Department issues around animal bites and wildlife complaints, in particular from rabid animals. It's important that residents avoid contact with any wild or stray animals, and also keep your pets away from them as well. As you know, rabies is a fatal disease for you or your pet. Should avoid attracting wildlife to your home. It means avoid feeding any wildlife in your around your home area, and should not feed pets outdoors either. Any infestation problems that you may have either in or around your home should be need to contact a wildlife expert or an exterminator to make sure that it's being taken care of correctly. And if you do capture any wildlife, that in particular anything that may be rabid. There are laws against relocating that. If you do capture anything like that, please contact the health department or local experts to make sure we can get the animal to a refuge. Be sure that all your pets and farm animals are currently vaccinated against rabies. If your dog or cat is bitten or scratched by a wild animal, and even if they do have a rabies vaccination, they may still need a booster shot to stop the virus. So please make sure your animals at home are vaccinated and that your dogs are licensed. Canvassing will begin shortly. Animal control officers will be canvassing the township for unlicensed dogs. That licensing is a state law. In Hillsborough, canvassing is done each year, so we ask that please don't be fined, license instead. It's a very simple process. If you have an existing license, you probably got something in the mail. If your first time being licensed, just contact our health department. Simple form, you'll get your tag and you're good to go. If you have any questions at all on either rabies or any wildlife issues or the licensing we just talked about, on our health department website we do have what's called Animal Alley. Answer all your questions about these types of issues. Just go onto the township website, hillsborough-nj.org. Again, look for Animal Alley there. Also from the health department, excuse me, just a save the date notice, June the 2nd this year, that's a Saturday, will be our annual Green Living and Wellness Fair. We'll have some more details in the e-news and in coming events, but each year we have a number of local vendors that come in and support wellness and also any kind of green initiatives that may be undertaken in the township. There will be a poster contest as well for kids that want to participate in that. And from the Recreation Department, just a reminder that our annual Run Around the Park, it's kind of kickoff to our spring and summer seasons, will be held on Sunday, April the 22nd. The run begins at Ann Van Middlesworth Park. We'll go through Ann Van and Woodfield Park. Registration is still open. Please come on out. We do usually collect some funds for charity as well, or donations. And also another save the date. This year our annual Memorial Day Parade and our Veterans Breakfast is set for Saturday, May the 26th. That is a Saturday of Memorial Day weekend, obviously. The township will be hosting the Veterans Breakfast, which we do each year, and then followed by the Memorial Day Parade led by our veterans, and then followed by our Garden of Honor ceremony. So the parade is scheduled to begin at 10:30. More information will be available on the township website and via our e-news coming up. I just want to make sure everyone had that date on their calendars. It's one of the highlights, certainly for us on the Township Committee, having the Veterans Breakfast and the parade, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. Thanks.
Thank you, Committeeman. Committeeman Sirachi.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. From the Building Department, it's just a reminder that when you do take out a building permit, to just please remember that that permit will remain open until all final inspections have passed. We do recommend to save all your permit-related documents for your records. If you do need to schedule inspections or would like to find out if you do have any open permits for your property, please contact the Building Department. And from engineering, the Engineering Department wants to remind property owners, mainly business owner or business and homeowners associations, that they are responsible for maintenance and upkeep of their stormwater facilities. These are such items as detention basins, catch basins, and piping. Lack of maintenance of these stormwater facilities will cause additional flooding to adjoining properties. And in addition, per the township ordinance or township ordinance, all property owners with private stormwater facilities are required to submit a report to our engineering department annually certifying that their stormwater facilities have been maintained and are operating per their original design. And then from Public Works, the New Jersey Tree Recovery Campaign. Similarly, it's been getting almost 6 years ago that we had Superstorm Sandy, and as we know, that left many communities with dead and damaged trees. So the New Jersey Tree Recovery Campaign, which is a partnership between Arbor Day Foundation and New Jersey State Forestry Service, the campaign focuses on providing and this is in quotations from their website, providing trees to homeowners and communities who lost their urban canopy in the wake of Hurricane Sandy. As reported by the Arbor Day Foundation, more than 333,000 trees have been distributed to date, and many more are still in need to be distributed. Hillsborough Township has partnered with tree organizations, or with these organizations, to provide our residents with seedlings to replace or to replant for those missing trees. So mark your calendar on April 28th between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. at the Department of Public Works will be distributing 6-inch to 24-inch high bare root tree seedlings to residents, and that will occur at our Orton Road facility. I don't want to call it the dump, but otherwise known as our Orton Road facility for this. Which ways there is no advanced registration needed. It's a first-come, first-served basis, and you can receive up to 5 seedlings. Again, this is all free, free of charge. And the only thing that you do need to do is provide proof of residence, that you are Hillsborough residents. And more information on this program and planning instructions can be found on the New Jersey Recovery page on the actually on the Arbor Day Foundation's website or the New Jersey Forest Service website. And I'm sure this will also be in an upcoming e-newsletter too. And that's all I have this evening, Mayor.
Thank you, Committeeman. For me this evening, I just have an update on a couple different things. First, as many will recall, in 2017, the township went through the competitive contracting process of the local public contracts law to select an emergency service provider. The process concluded in a contract being awarded to Robert Wood Johnson Health Network. Robert Wood Johnson agreed to provide the services at no cost to the township, saving the taxpayers in Hillsborough in excess of $300,000 per year. The former provider, Hillsborough Emergency Medical Services, or HEMS Corp., challenged the contract in court, as many know. The challenge was based on an unfair and unsubstantiated allegations against Committeeman Burchett and the Township Committee as well. They filed papers with the court seeking immediate relief to set aside that contract award. The court denied their request, citing a failure to demonstrate a likelihood of success on the merits. HEMS appealed that decision, and the appellate division denied their request for relief. The matter was recently scheduled for a final hearing before the court. The day before the scheduled hearing, HEMS filed a stipulation of dismissal with prejudice as to all claims asserted concluded with the litigation. The township is happy to report the successful conclusion of this litigation and the successful transition to Robert Wood Johnson as the designated emergency medical service provider within the township. So, in short, the transfer is complete, and the allegations made against Committeeman Burchett were, of course, without merit. So we do thank our township attorney for seeing that all the way through. Also, as an update from the last assisted meeting we had at the township, there were some questions as to the status of the permits for the All-American Assisted Living Facility. As of this past Friday, on April 6th, they have been issued a temporary certificate of occupancy. The next steps include the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs to inspect the project before moving forward. Upon the successful completion of that inspection, a final cert of occupancy will be issued and they will be able to open. And one final reminder from me that to stay connected, you can always see us through our e-news and Twitter. TV29 and the Hillsborough YouTube channel showcase our meetings and the Hillsborough The Good Life episodes. And of course, Swift Reach 911 for all traffic and emergency notifications here in the township. That being the end of the comments, I'm going to move on to proclamations. And we ask that after you receive your recognition, please return to your seat. We will pause after all of the recognitions to allow for your departure. So first up this evening, I'm going to ask my fellow committeemen to come down and join me as we honor Judge John Richardson in his retirement. Judge, could you come on up? The Honorable John Richardson, a judge with the Hillsborough Township Municipal Court, is retiring after 10 years of dedicated service. Judge Richardson attended Dartmouth College and Rutgers University School of Law. He presided as a Somerset County Superior Court judge from 1999 to 2002. In addition to sitting on the bench here in Hillsborough, he served as a judge of Watchung, North Plainfield, Greenbrook, and South Bound Brook. Judge Richardson has been married to his wife June for 54 years and has a daughter and a son. The Township Committee does hereby express our gratitude for all of the hard work and dedication of Judge John Richardson in the Hillsborough Township Municipal Court. And the Township Committee, along with his numerous co-workers and the citizens of Hillsborough Township, thank Judge Richardson for his valuable service to Hillsborough Township, and we wish him well in all of his future endeavors. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. It's very heartening to receive recognition like this because this is not something I expected. I want you to know that there's a song that comes back to me, Why Me, Lord? A song by, what's his name from, he graduated from Yale. Greg, I don't know. It's Why Me, Lord. It's a song asking God why he, of all people, has been blessed so many times. As I think about my time in Hillsborough today and the last 10 years, my appointment, my friend Peter Biondi, and as I look at my family, I look at the ladies who worked with me and supported me in the Hillsborough Municipal Court, and I think of what's happening to me tonight, I say to myself, that song was written for me. Thank you very much.
Could Vishal come up? You're first, sorry, bud. Vishal, a senior at Hillsborough High School and a member of Boy Scout Troop 49, has recently earned the status of Eagle Scout. The Hillsborough Township Committee recognizes the many hours that Vishal devoted to attaining the status of Eagle Scout, working with diligence and making sacrifices in order to achieve this highly coveted position. Vishal's Eagle Scout project consisted of improving and repairing the driveway in front of the rectory at St. Joe's Church. The driveway was extended by digging trenches, placing lumber within the trenches, and using rebar. This created a raised and level walking field which assisted the elderly and allowed for easier entry and exit at the rectory. Vishal was patrol leader, acting senior patrol leader, and troop scribe for Troop 49. He participated in the Hillsborough High School Debate Club, varsity school team, was member of the National Honor Society, and vice president of the Loudspeakers Club. Vishal serves as an example to the youth of Hillsborough Township through his high level of leadership and community service, and we are very proud that he is a member of our community. The Hillsborough Township Committee recognizes and extends our sincere congratulations to him for having achieved the status of Eagle Scout, an honor for both him and for those who have guided him, with best wishes for a bright future. Congratulations.
We gotta talk loud.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Thank you for this great award. I really appreciate it. I'd like to thank my parents, my fellow Eagle Scouts over here, and the rest of Troop 49 in Hillsborough. It's a great town to grow up in and live in, and I'm excited to go off to college. Thank you.
Where are you going?
Mom and Dad?
Congratulations. Is there more?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Take care. Sorry. All right, Daniel, you're next. Daniel, a senior at Hillsborough High School and a member of Boy Scout Troop 49, has recently earned the status of Eagle Scout. The Hillsborough Township Committee recognizes the many hours that Daniel devoted to obtaining the status of Eagle Scout, working with diligence and making sacrifices in order to achieve this highly coveted position. Daniel's Eagle Scout project consisted of constructing a wheelchair-accessible picnic table and rehabilitating an outdoor pavilion area at the Sunset Hill Club in Griggstown. The rehabilitation included repairing and refinishing 3 other picnic tables and general cleanup. Daniel was patrol leader and historian for Troop 49. He participated on the Hillsborough High School varsity volleyball team and will be attending Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University this fall to study aerospace engineering. Daniel serves as an example to the youth of Hillsborough Township through his high level of leadership and community service, and we are very proud that he's a member of our community. The Hillsborough Township Committee recognizes and extends our sincere congratulations to Daniel for having achieved the status of Eagle Scout, an honor for both him and for those who have guided him, with best wishes for a bright future. Congratulations.
Okay, so it's been a long journey. I'm glad I made it. I'm glad I didn't quit. Yeah, so I'm just quite thankful. Oh, yeah, thanks, Mom and Dad. Yeah, Hillsborough is a great town, and we have great people, so I'm happy to be here. But I'm leaving, so.
Challenge yourself more.
Damien?
How's it going? Thank you very much.
Shake his hand first. I'll hand that to you. All right. Damien, a senior at Hillsborough High School and a member of Boy Scout Troop 49, has recently earned the status of Eagle Scout. The Hillsborough Township Committee recognizes the many hours that Damien devoted to attain the status of Eagle Scout, working with diligence and making sacrifices in order to achieve this highly coveted position. And Damien's Eagle Scout project consisted of restoring the Woods Road School inner courtyard and building a sensory garden. Damien led a group of scouts in weeding, mulching, and building a 2-level raised bed. The garden was planted with rosemary, lamb's ear, creeping oregano, and sedum, of all which engage the sense of touch, smell, and sight. The plants are hardy perennials, so the upkeep will be minimal. Damien was a troop guide for Troop 49. He participated on the Hillsborough High School lacrosse and cross-country team and was a member of the Sources of Strength Club. Damien serves as an example to the youth of Hillsborough Township through his high level of leadership and community service, and we are very proud that he's a member of our community. The Hillsborough Township Committee recognizes and extends our sincere congratulations to Damien for having achieved the status of Eagle Scout, an honor for both him and for those who've guided him. With best wishes for a bright future, congratulations.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank the township and the committee for honoring me here tonight. Really means a lot, and it's kind of crazy to actually be standing here getting the award. It was a lot of work, and I'm just happy I made it to the end. So thank you. Yeah, thanks, Mom and Dad, especially. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Not shit too hard, but.
Next is for alcohol awareness. Do we have anyone here for the alcohol awareness? Alcohol is the most commonly used addictive substance in the United States, with 1 in every 12 adults, or 17.6 million people, suffering from alcohol abuse or dependence. An estimated 90,000 people die each year from the excessive use of alcohol, such as drinking and driving crashes, falls, fires, alcohol-related homicides, and suicides and other accidents. More than half of all adults have a family history of alcoholism or problem drinking, and more than 10% of children live in a household where at least one parent is dependent or has abused alcohol. Young people aged 12 to 20 years old drink 11% of all alcohol consumed in the United States, with 90% of this being binge drinking. People who begin drinking before age 15 are 5 times more likely to develop alcohol dependence than those who begin drinking at age 21. Alcohol-related problems cost America $224 billion, or $746 per person, in lost productivity, absenteeism, health care costs, crime, and family-related problems. Kids who have conversations with their parents and learn a lot about the dangers of alcohol and drug use are 50% less likely to use alcohol and drugs than those who don't have such conversations. The Hillsborough Millstone Municipal Alliance envisions having our local community understand that alcohol use and abuse is a chronic condition that can be successfully prevented and treated. The Municipal Alliance is a committee of volunteers who work tirelessly to provide programs focusing on education and prevention for all members of the community. We hereby join the National Council of Alcoholism and Drug Dependence, Inc., in proclaiming April 2018 as Alcohol Awareness Month in Hillsborough Township. We call upon all Hillsborough citizens, parents, governmental agencies, public and private institutions, businesses, and schools in Hillsborough Township to support the efforts that will reduce stigma, increase community awareness, and increase support for individuals and families coping with alcoholism. Through these efforts, together we can provide help for today and hope for tomorrow, for those in our community who are facing challenges with alcohol use and abuse. Do you want to say a few words?
I'd just always like to thank the Township Committee for your support. Jane and I are here tonight representing the Municipal Alliance, which is really a group of probably 25 to 30 volunteers who do a lot of work to help educate our students, our parents, our community members. And we just represent 2 people here tonight that does a lot of really great work. So thank you for always, recognizing and supporting the work that we do. 2 quick highlights I just want to mention. Boroughaware.org is our website. There's a lot of great information, a lot of good resources on the website, and some upcoming events that we're going to be hosting, including a parent night and a Narcan training. I also want to highlight the support of the library, who did a great display. They have a lot of really great resources for anybody who's looking for some help, some self-help books, some really great resources in the library too. So I just want to highlight that, that they really work with us to help promote good information. So thank you again for your commitment to our group. Yes.
And last but not least is autism awareness. We got everybody. You're just going to have to pan back and forth, right, Cassie? All right. Okay. Autism is a pervasive developmental disorder that manifests itself and affects the social, learning, and behavioral skills of those affected by it. Autism is currently estimated to affect 1 in 68 children nationally, with rates being highest in New Jersey, with a diagnosis rate for a child with an autism spectrum disorder in New Jersey has increased to 1 in 36 children. Autism is said to affect boys 4.5 times more than girls and knows no racial, ethnic, or social boundaries, and neither income, lifestyle, nor education affects the occurrence. A single specific cause of autism is not known, but current research links it to biological or neurological differences in the brain, as well as environmental assaults and neurotoxins. Accurate, early diagnosis and the resulting appropriate education and medical intentions are vital to the growth and development of the individual. Those with autism need equal access to education, employment opportunities, community-based housing, family services, coaching and support, and medical treatment. Organizations and individuals such as Autism New Jersey, Autism Speaks, the Hillsborough Board of Education, Special Services Department, Hillsborough Department of Parks and Recreation, Hillsborough's Police Department, Hillsborough's Rotary Club, Hillsborough's Unico, Hillsborough's Volunteer Companies number 1, 2, and 3, Legend Equestrian, Mission Cognition, NESHANIC Fire Company, Norris Hill Farm, Organization for Autism Research, Office of Emergency Management, Somerset County Sheriff's Office, Somerset County Special Olympics, and Somerset County Therapeutic Recreation enhance awareness throughout our community by providing quality care, support, or services to individuals diagnosed with autism. The Township Committee declares April as National Autism Awareness Month and vows to continue to support programs dedicated to Hillsborough's special needs community. I believe our Township Administrator has a few words.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor and Committee. I want to thank them for having everybody out here tonight, and really for the amazing organizations and individuals here this evening that support our community and those children with autism and special needs. Hillsborough is second to none, and it's because of the folks here behind me. We're fortunate enough this evening to have Captain Mark Shachina from the Somerset County Project Lifesaver, and I think, Captain, I was there for the initial when we first kicked this off many years ago, so I'm going to have him talk a little bit about the program because it's really important in making, I think tonight was an appropriate time to make the community aware of that. So I'll hand it over to the Captain.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for the support throughout the years. The partnership through Hillsborough Township has been great. We started Project Lifesaver in 2004. Currently have about 14 clients on the program, from autistic children to people with Alzheimer's. And it's basically a radio frequency gets sent out from a special bracelet that we have on these children or adults, and we have a special equipment that can capture that signal. We have a handheld tracker, and in 2007 we became the first state in the country to have every county equipped with this Project Lifesaver equipment. 10 years later, 2017, we became the first agency in the world to have a special drone with this special antenna on it that could capture that radio frequency. And I want to thank, like I said, Hillsborough Township has been great throughout the years. New Jersey is very high with their autism rate, and Hillsborough schools are, one of the best in the country as far as making sure those children are identified very early and get them through the process where they could go into society and work well and get great jobs. Thank you.
We're going to take a 5-minute break, so if you do want to leave now, we certainly understand, and we'll resume in 5 minutes. Thank you. Okay, I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. We're going to move on to new business. There is none at this time, so we're going to move to public comment and new business on matters not on the agenda this evening. Seeing none, we're going to go on to public hearings. First up is a public hearing for ordinance 2018-04, which is an ordinance amending the salary ordinance to include the position of police operations assistant and setting forth the salary. As stated, this ordinance sets forth the position and salary of police operations assistant. May I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 2008-04?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, is there any discussion from the dais? Seeing none, discussion from the floor. Seeing none, may I have a motion to close the public hearing and adopt ordinance 2018-04?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. A second. Roll call, please.
Member Shep?
Yes.
Member Delcor?
Yes.
Member Sarachi?
Yes.
Member Thompson?
Yes. Moving on to introductions of new ordinances. We have none this evening. So moving on to considerations. First up is Resolution 1, authorizing the hiring of Christine Trzynski to the position of Police Operations Assistant in the Hillsborough Township Police Department. There exists a vacancy in the above-mentioned position, and Ms. Trzynski will assume the position once the migration to the county dispatch is completed. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
We have a second. Comments from the dais? Comments from the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Member Shep?
Yes.
Member Delcor?
Yes.
Member Sarachi?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Thompson?
Yes. Resolution number 2, ratifying and confirming the award of a contract to the Excellent Building Service Corp. for custodial services for the period April 1st, 2018 through March 31st, 2020. Excellent Building Services is the current provider of cleaning services, and this resolution renews that contract. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any comments from the dais? Comments from the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Member Shep?
Yes.
Member Delcor?
Yes.
Member Sarachi?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Thompson?
Yes. Resolution number 3, authorizing shared service agreement between the Township of Hillsborough and the County of Somerset for radio dispatching services. This resolution authorizes the migration to Somerset County Dispatch. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments from the dais? Comments from the floor? Roll call, please.
Member Shep?
Yes.
Member Delcor?
Yes.
Member Sarachi?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Thompson?
Yes. Resolution number 4 establishes the annual salaries and wages of municipal employees. Each year, adjustments are made to various employee salaries not covered by collective bargaining agreements. This resolution affects said action. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Comments from the dais? From the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Commander Bichette?
Yes.
Commander Delcor?
Yes.
Commander Sarachi?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Thompson?
Yes. Resolution number 5, authorizing the execution of a contract with SSG Barco, Inc. for the removal, disposal, and closure of the underground fuel tank and installation of piping to the tank at the municipal complex in an amount not to exceed $15,400. This resolution is for a tank at the municipal complex related to our backup generator. May I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Thank you. Comments from the dais? From the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Commander Bichette?
Yes.
Commander Delcor?
Yes.
Commander Sarachi?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Thompson?
Yes. Resolution number 6, authorizing a contract for the design and installation of an exterior sign for the Hillsborough Township Police Department by Lumark Signs in an amount not to exceed $6,034 plus permit costs. This is a clearly display how to enter the police department during off hours. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Comments from the dais? From the floor? Seeing none, roll call.
Commander Bichette?
Yes.
Commander Delcor?
Yes.
Commander Sarachi?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Thompson?
Yes. Resolution number 7, authorizing the execution of an agreement with Fabrics Document Services for digital imaging services for the Township of Hillsborough through the MRESC Cooperative Agreement number ESCNJ 16/17-48. This resolution will begin the process of digitizing all township documents. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Comments from the dais? From the floor? Roll call, please.
Commander Bichette?
Yes.
Commander Delcor?
Yes.
Commander Sarachi?
Yes.
Mayor Thompson?
Yes. Moving on to the consent agenda. May I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Comments from the dais?
Just want to point out, item 7 there, that Sarah Brake from our front office is now going to be a permanent employee. And just want to say welcome aboard now on a permanent basis.
Agreed. Any other comments from the dais? None? Comments from the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Commander Bichette?
Yes.
Commander Delcor?
Yes, but I just also did want to point out in number 5 as well, we did have 2 lieutenants granted permanent status as well. So just congratulate them on their being named as passing or granting permanent status. So congratulations. Yes.
Thank you. Commander Sarachi?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Thompson?
Yes. Moving on to claims list 2018-07. May I have a motion to approve claim list 28-07?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you. Comments from the dais? Comments from the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Commander Bichette?
Yes.
Commander Delcor?
Yes.
Commander Sarachi?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Thompson?
Yes. This concludes our regular meeting, but we do have an executive session scheduled. Ms. Brock, please read the resolution.
Whereas Section 80 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975 permits the exclusion of a public from a meeting in certain circumstances, and whereas the Township Committee is of the opinion that such circumstances exist, now therefore be resolved by Township Committee in the Township of Hillsborough and the County of Somerset, State of New Jersey as follows. Number 1, the public shall be excluded from discussion of the hereinafter specified subject matter. Number 2, the nature of the subject matter to be discussed is as follows: litigation, Hillsborough properties, and affordable housing. And number 2, contract negotiations, Board of Education. Number 3, the Township Committee may take official action on those items discussed in the executive session upon the completion of the executive session. Number 4, the minutes of those discussions shall be made available to the public as soon as the matters under discussion are no longer of a confidential or sensitive nature. And number 5, this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Okay, may I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments from the dais? Comments from the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Committee Member Bichette? Commander Delcor?
Yes.
Commander Sarachi?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Thompson?
Yes. That concludes that portion of our meeting. We now move into executive session.